Imagine walking into a room filled with rows of sleek bug farms, the air humming with the sound of crickets chirping in perfectly climate-controlled environments. It's a futuristic vision of sustainable food production that seems eco-friendly and efficient. But is it really? What if instead of industrializing insects, we turned back to nature's own system, repurposing pests when they naturally appear, as humans have done for centuries? Let's break down why mass-producing bugs might be a solution chasing a problem, and why simply repurposing pests offers a more practical, sustainable, and time-tested alternative. Bugs have been a part of human diets for generations, but not in the way modern bug farms would have you believe. Historically, insects weren't raised in sophisticated facilities. They were opportunistically used as food when they naturally appeared. From grain stores to gardens, bugs were an accessible protein source, often during survival situations. This practical approach worked because it aligned with nature's cycles, making use of what was already there, without unnecessary infrastructure. If we're serious about sustainability, why are we focusing on building bug factories instead of embracing the simpler solution of repurposing pests? Proponents of bug farming argue that insects are more efficient to raise than traditional livestock, but the devil is in the details. While bugs may require less space and food, they still demand energy-intensive, climate-controlled environments. Maintaining these conditions negates many of the touted environmental benefits. Add to this the challenges of scaling up, such as maintaining hygiene, preventing disease, and ensuring nutritional safety, and what seemed like a simple solution becomes yet another complex industrialized system. Compare this to repurposing pests, where insects are already present and no farms are needed. Instead of constructing massive facilities, we could focus on teaching people how to safely gather and prepare pests in their natural settings. Survivalists have long relied on insects as an opportunistic food source, understanding the practicality of using what nature provides. They don't cultivate bug farms. They catch insects like grasshoppers and crickets in the wild when needed. This approach is efficient, with minimal environmental impact and no need for specialized infrastructure. Bugs are already there, and the process of collecting them requires nothing more than basic tools and techniques. If we shifted our focus from farming to education, we could empower communities to sustainably harvest insects when they naturally occur, creating a harmonious relationship with the environment. Repurposing pests isn't a novel concept. It's been practiced for centuries. In cultures around the world, insects like locusts and cicadas are gathered during natural swarms, providing a seasonal protein source. In gardens, pests like grasshoppers and caterpillars are often viewed as nuisances, but they could easily be collected and prepared as food instead of being eliminated with pesticides. Agricultural pests, like locusts, notorious for destroying crops, could be repurposed into a valuable food source, reducing their environmental and economic impact. By integrating pests into our existing food systems, we bypass the need for industrial infrastructure and instead create a practical, sustainable solution. Mass-producing bugs on a global scale presents several issues that make it less viable than advocates suggest. Bugs are fundamentally different from livestock and are better suited to opportunistic harvesting than year-round farming. First, there's the issue of appeal. While bugs might work as a novelty or survival food, they are unlikely to replace staple proteins like eggs or meat in most diets. Second, bugs lack the nutritional complexity of foods like eggs, which provide not just protein, but essential fats and vitamins. Finally, cultural resistance cannot be ignored. In many societies, bugs are eaten only as a last resort, and any attempt to normalize them as a primary food source faces significant social and cultural barriers. The dream of industrialized bug farms to feed the world is far less practical than it seems. Instead of building complex infrastructure to raise insects, we should look to traditional practices of repurposing pests. Bugs are a natural fallback food, not a mass-market commodity. By teaching people how to safely collect and prepare insects when they naturally appear, we can embrace a simpler, more sustainable approach that respects nature's cycles. The survivalist mindset offers a valuable lesson. Bugs can play a role in food security, but they are most effective when treated as opportunistic resources rather than as industrial products. With the right education and cultural shift, communities can learn to incorporate pests into their diets without the need for energy-intensive farming facilities. It's a back-to-basics approach that aligns with sustainability, while avoiding the pitfalls of overcomplication. In the end, the simplest solutions often work best. Mass-producing bugs may sound futuristic, but it introduces unnecessary complexity to a problem that nature has already solved. Repurposing pests, making use of what's already abundant, is a practical, low-impact alternative that honors traditional knowledge while addressing modern sustainability challenges. The bugs are already here. We just need to learn how to use them wisely.